Welcome in PreSnap Pod Week 3. If we have another week, like week 2 or week 1, I'm going to triple the amount of flags on this wall because we're just all going to go on vacation and play nice golf.
Fuck me in the ass.
14-2, PreSnap squad hitting bombs all over the place. Had a 6-legger for $2,800 or so. We had a 14-legger, $2 to win $1,600, $25 12-legger, just absolute bombs. And a 9-leg bonus bet that hit for $500. Like, awesome. And we need to be aware. My little graphic's going to come here, but speaking of Pixar, we might have some rats this week. There might be some rats. Every favorite that's been 4.5 points or more has won straight up. 61% of them have covered through the first 2 weeks. That means the rat lines are coming. And the rat lines are coming because their books are getting killed on these parlays right now. They're getting crushed. They're getting crushed. Like Chick Hicks, Lightning McQueen. And we need to think about how are we going to dodge these bullets? How are we going to avoid this? And that's why PreSnap Pro launched some new features. Confidence intervals. We have the percentage chance to win now included inside of PreSnap picks. So if you're a pro user, like our one user that hit a 14-legger or the other user that hit for $3,000 on a $200 parlay the other day, you're going to have access to that information. Pro is on sale right now, $99 for the rest of the season. Price goes up at week 5. Free picks go to the Pro after week 5. So if you've had a good couple weeks here, now is the time to get involved, get Pro, and start using some picks. It's the last time we'll talk about it today. I know you're here for the picks. I know you're here for the takes. We'll get into it right now. By the way, when the power went out, I was in the middle of a haircut, so I only got half of a haircut. I think it ended up all right, but if my hair looks bad, that's why. Not because of the fact that I wear a hat every day of my life. So we start off with an awesome Thursday game. Just kidding. It's not 2022. We got Dolphins Bills. It's a yuck fest. The Dolphins are an absolute disaster. They lost to the Patriots, who might also be a disaster. Dolphins looked like they scored the game winner. Achane stepped out of bounds, and they lose the game. Don't cover. Don't win at home. Ugly, ugly, ugly. And now they got to face the big bad wolf. Think about being a Dolphins fan or a Jets fan, right? You get Tom Brady for 20 years, and now you got Josh Allen to worry about. And Josh Allen's not like Tom Brady where he's going to pick you apart and death by a million paper cuts. Josh Allen is going to bash your face in. And he bashed his own face in against the Jets the other day. Went in, cracked his nose back in, played the rest of the game, won the game, went home, and Haley Steinfeld just kissed it on the nose until it felt better. That's the kind of life, that's the kind of monster that these AFC East fans are dealing with, and that's what the Dolphins are dealing with. A couple years ago, they looked like they were on the top of the world, and now Nerd Mountain is lonely. And I like Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel chewed up my Cowboys in the playoffs a couple years ago as the OC for San Francisco. I think he's going to be an OC next year. And I think he's going to be looking for an OC job in about 2 or 3 weeks because it's going to get bad. And the Dolphins have a Thursday night game and a Monday after, that long mini bye. That's coach and change meat right there. That's bait. Buffalo Bills, I believe, are an 11-point favorite. They have not covered an 11-point spread at home in the Josh Allen era. Conversely, double-digit spreads on Thursday Night Football have hit every single time the last 12. I think it was 11 in a row for the Bills they haven't covered, and 12 in a row Thursday night double-digit favorites have covered. So this is a mess. The Bills are going to be the team that you just throw in every parlay this week. They're minus 700. You could tease it down or you could get them at minus 2.5. They're not going to lose this game. At home, Thursday night, Dolphins coming off a tough loss. Bills coming off, just beating the brakes off the Jets, who looked pretty good in week 1. Dolphins have not looked good in either week. Not at all. They got stomped by Daniel Jones. They got stomped by Drake May, who are just, I would say, the 2 smaller Pokemon versions of Josh Allen. He's Charizard. He's he's going to throw flames all over these Miami Dolphins. So that's a parlay game. I don't think, the spread at 11 is a little much. If you want to tease that down and get that as a part of your teasers, Little tip there, Timmy teaser's coming at the end. The Buffalo Bills will be included. Now, we'll get you the game preview. That'll be up before the game tonight. If you're looking for a pick, James Cook is always a good pick for the Buffalo Bills, particularly in a game they're going to run. I also like Ray Davis. If this game gets ugly, they kind of swing it over to Ray Davis, Tyler Johnson as well. They like to get all the running backs involved, particularly in these blowouts. If you have to watch this game on Amazon Prime, that's what you can do because it's not going to be fun to watch. Bills, maybe easy survivor pick. I think I might save them for later in the year because they're so good. There are other games on the board I like that I think I'm going to take instead of the Bills, but I'm in 4 survivor pools. So the Bills are going to have to be in one of those before I get voted off the island. Speaking of that, next Wednesday, Survivor's back. Get fired up. Jeff, my guy. There's a couple games I want to talk about. And the first is where I'm going in Survivor. Packers at Browns. Now, this is a 7-point spread. If it was in Green Bay, it would probably be 10. Browns have figured out how to stop the Ravens running. That's about all they've figured out. They held Derrick Henry to very little production, and Lamar Jackson went and threw 4 touchdowns all over them. You know who can throw touchdowns and has unbelievable receivers? Jordan Love. 7 points I don't think is enough in this game, even at Cleveland. Not too far of a travel from Wisconsin to Ohio. Quick flight. Micah Parsons, Edrin Cooper, Quay Walker, Hyatt, Wyatt. Cowboys should have traded for him and Kenny Clark. I'm over it, I promise. Rashawn Gary, like they got dogs in the dog pound. So they're bringing their own dogs, BYOD, to this game. I like the Packers in that game. PreSnap loves the Packers in that game. We have a 25-16 Packers victory that are projecting. Confidence interval for those of you who aren't on Pro is not available to you because you're not on Pro. See what I'm saying? How nice would it be to know that? You could really confidently put the Packers and the Bills in together, but you need to know that confidence interval. Timmy teasers, add a leg. Packers from -7 to -1. Other interesting games on Sunday, Steelers at Patriots. Patriots, young quarterback, good offense. Steelers, old quarterback, maybe good offense. Steelers defense, disaster. $150 million defense. And they can't stop the Seahawks. Did you see the end of the game? The Seahawks ran a give-up run to try to kick a field goal, and they scored. Kenneth Walker walked right into the end zone. Catch that leg. Anytime touchdown. But, man, the Steelers, like they're supposed to be bringing Aaron Rodgers in as the missing piece to get the offense to work. And the defense is a disaster. That's supposed to be your calling card, Pittsburgh. What's up with that? What's going on there? So, ugly game. Steelers, Patriots. Pre-snap projection for that game, 24-22. Patriots in a close one. Patriots are going to be the dog here. I like the dog here outright. If you're looking for a money line parlay where you need a little bit of a plus, Patriots might be a good little add in there for you. And the best game of the 1 o'clock slate, Rams-Eagles. Last year's NFC divisional round probably was more like the NFC Championship. Rematch between these two teams. The Rams play every game close. No matter who if they win close, they lose close. They are a 3.5-point dog in this game. Timmy teasers, get that up to 9.5. The Eagles are really good. They're really good. But we don't know how well the Eagles are going to pass. Their offensive coordinator is new. They haven't really trusted Jalen Hurts to throw the ball early in these games. Something to think about as you evaluate this game. The Rams do have a good offense. They do have a veteran quarterback. They have shown that their offensive line can handle what the Eagles are going to throw at them. They did in the playoffs. They were, a bad play away from maybe going to the NFC Championship last year. I like the Rams as the dog in this game. PreSnap has them covering the 3.5. That's why I want to tease it up to 9.5. Give me that cushion to be within a touchdown. Maybe even get the Matthew Stafford backdoor like we did in the divisional game. But really good game. And as they mentioned on part of my take, the first game of the Bird Gauntlet for the Rams. They have the chance to win the Bird Gauntlet this year. All 5 Bird teams did win in week 2. Something to think about. So we got 3 legs already. We got the Bills, we got the Packers, and we got the Rams in those games. So the teaser is filling up. By the way, Timmy Teaser 1-0 last week. Easy. The only thing that was hard was my Dallas Cowboys, but it's always going to be hard with the Cowboys. All you need to do is let the game come down to Brandon Aubrey. Even if he has to kick 10 field goals, it's 30 points. Think about that. The Cowboys had a better defense. It's to get to midfield and kick. Couple games we're staying away from. No touching. Arrested development. Commanders, Raiders. Commanders defense might be good because they held the Giants to 6 points, and then they held the Packers. Packers were in control of that game, probably could have scored more if they needed to on short rest. Jaden Daniels might not play this week, but Marcus Mariota played really well last year when he had to, and he's got a little revenge slice here against the Raiders. Raiders, we don't know. Raiders look really good against the Patriots, but do the Patriots stink? Who knows? I think they do. That's the problem with these early games, is you really just don't know. Earlier, we have known, right? 26-6. But these kind of week 3, week 4, these are where the desperate teams start trying to figure stuff out. The Raiders do have a win, so they don't have that kind of 0-2 feel that we're going to talk about in a couple games. But the Commanders, 1-1, going to have Marcus Mariota. Cliff Kingsbury is schemed up pretty well for Marcus Mariota. I just don't love where that game's going. Our projection, of course, is a Jaden Daniels projection with the numbers. We do have an adjustment. It's 23-22 Raiders. I think we just stay away from that game. We're not touching it. We're not touching it. You can't even go Austin Eckler receiving yards because of that. Maybe you go Marcus Mariota rushes if you really need something. If you really need something, you have to watch that game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to watch that game. 4:30. This is where we're going to talk about desperate team theory. 0-2 Chicago Bears against the 1-1 Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys looked better in their loss to the Eagles than they did in their victory over the Giants. Their offense looked great in the first half against the Eagles and awesome for basically the last 3 quarters against the Giants. But they didn't have the ball until there's 4 minutes left in the first quarter in that game. So it took them a little while to get going. They had a 3-and-out, and they were down 10 and really never fretted. Dak Prescott looks like he's playing the best football of his career right now. And the first 2 weeks, NFC Offensive Player of the Week. First week, it was J.J. McCarthy. Second week, it was Jared Goff. What do those 2 teams have in common? They both played the Bears. Bears defense is a disaster. Not even adding in that Jalen Johnson is out for this game. Bears starting cornerback. The only cornerback you know, except for Tyreek Stevenson, who made a fool of himself during that Hail Mary last year. They let up 52 points last week. 3 touchdowns to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Now, the Lions had a bad loss to the Packers week 1. They had an axe to grind. Cowboys' defense, on the other hand, looks just as bad. But they did hold the Eagles to 24 points. So, with Deron Bland being out late, maybe coming back this week, I think that adjusted things. I think they thought they were going to be able to get more pressure on the Giants. Embo came in at left tackle, played really well, their rookie, after James Hudson made an absolute clown out of himself with 4 penalties and then a sideline meltdown in that game on Sunday. PreSnap likes Cowboys 25-24. The spread is Cowboys minus -0.5 point. I will be taking the Cowboys in moneyline parlays this week. I think they're going to win. I think Dak Prescott's a better quarterback. And I think the defense is going to rally for Matt Eberflus, who's the defensive coordinator for the Cowboys, now coming back to Chicago, where, yeah, things didn't go great. And it was a little nasty on the way out. And he's going to know what bothers Caleb Williams, right? Because whatever bothered Caleb Williams definitely bothered him last year. They're going to be able to figure it out. Jadeveon Clowney is expected to play in this game, which is pretty awesome, given he just signed in the second half of the Cowboys game on Sunday. Should add a little bit of help for at least Sam Williams, who's going to not draw as much attention with Clowney on the other side. Cowboys will blitz. They'll know how to stop Caleb Williams. We have this projected total at 49. The projected total is 49.5. I am going to include this game in the teaser. I'm going to include Cowboys up to plus 5.5. I think if they lose, it'll be close. They're not getting blown out by the Bears. But you could take that over down 6.5 points to 43.5. These defenses have not shown the ability in the last 2 weeks to really stop anybody throwing the ball. Eagles didn't try, but Deron Bland was there. If Bland doesn't play, definitely take that, but I think the over will tick up. Sliding down from Cowboys Bears, we have Cardinals 49ers. Cardinals 2-0, but they played the Panthers and they played the Saints. So are they good or have they played bad teams? We don't know. 49ers, they also played the Saints, but they beat the Seahawks. You can't play those games this early in the year. There's so much going on. This is a game where I just go with Kyle Shanahan, right? If we look at the statistics for PreSnap, we have a 28-23 Cardinals victory. Cardinals are the dog in this game. might be a great leg to add to your parlay, right? They're plus money. You can get that extra boost there. We like the Cardinals by 5. They're dogs on the road. 49ers defense is still pretty good, but Mac Jones. Can Mac Jones do it 2 weeks in a row? He did it against the Saints. Can he do it against the Cardinals, who do have a pretty good defense? Jonathan Gannon. And they got a little bit of a wake-up call. They were up huge on Carolina, and Carolina started working back on them. Something to think about there. I like the Cardinals in that game. I trust Kyle Shanahan to make Mac Jones look competent, but I don't think Mac Jones can take them over the top against an equal opponent, right? They played the Saints last week, and they were able to score some points and win that game, but do we know? Get the pre-snap pad here, by the way. Not available on iPad, but you can just download the iPhone app and use it on your iPad. I was using this to make parlays the other day in the game. Had the pre-snap app open on my iPad and had my sports books open on my phone. Great way to do it. Great additional ring lighting here for your boy with this half-done haircut. Chiefs-Giants. We have a 26-24. Giants are 6-point dogs right now. Offense look great. Defense look terrible. But the Chiefs, little yucky, right? 0-2. Played the Chargers close, but offense looked gross. Played the Eagles close, but offense looked gross. Patrick Mahomes is going to have to take over one of these games. Is it against the Giants pass rush? I don't know. The Chiefs can't run the ball. Dallas was able to set up their offense because they ran the ball. Tyler Booker was dog-walking Abdul Carter in the run game all week. Find that clip where he throws him up in the air. So if the Chiefs can run the ball or figure out a way to run the ball, I think they walk away with this game. I just don't know if they have that in them. Malik Neighbors is going to get matched up with McDuffie on the outside. Probably going to do a better job with Spagnuolo than the Cowboys did. 6 a lot of points. Maybe you pull that up to 12. We like the Chiefs on the money line. I think that's a safe bet. Chiefs to win the game. But I don't know about that spread. 6 points, a lot of points. Giants playing well, have some confidence. Russell Wilson has some confidence here. And has a little bit of familiarity with the Chiefs from his time with the Broncos. And that is what we got for NFL Thursday and Sunday. On Monday, we will do the live stream to talk you through Lions-Ravens, which is the best matchup of the week. They're saving it for Monday night. We got a Manning cast. Download the PreSnap app. Get involved. Tell your friends, please. Downloads are great right now, but there are so many of your friends that when you want to go out to a steak dinner are just telling you they don't have it right now. But they can throw $10, $20 anytime touchdown parlays together. Tell them to stop. Tell them to hold on. Say, hey, I like parlays too, man. I do. And I've fallen victim to the anytime touchdown scores. It's too random. Moneyline parlays, moneyline winners. Juices all over the place, but you can take advantage of the way these early games have gone. You can trust in the PreSnap app. Are we going to win at this clip? Are we going to be over 80% all season? Probably not, but we are right now. Ride the hot hand. Let it rip. Use the PreSnap research to build your parlays, your player prop parlays. It's all the information is in there. We give out the picks. And this week as well, we're going to tweet out and put in the Discord some band bets. Last week we hit 2 exact scores. We had the Panthers exact score and we had the Bears exact score. We're going to find a way to kind of round robin those together. So if we hit 2 or 3 exact scores this week, there's a big payout at the end of that tunnel. Thank you for joining us. Join the PreSnap Discord. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. And download the PreSnap app. Go to your mom's phone. Download the PreSnap app. Go to your girlfriend's phone. Download the PreSnap app. Go to your dog's phone. Download the PreSnap app. Go to your kid's iPad. Turn Bluey off. Download the PreSnap app. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Tim Tully. We'll see you on Monday for the PreSnap recap.